Cutie pie, passion fruit, cheesecake, welcome to you. Keep your posture straight for this one. The PulseChain launch. Don't look so bad now that Shibarium has launched. Shibarium is the Shiba Inu chain, friends. We're going to speak about that today. But first, the price action. The prices are poopy McPooptown. We're going to quickly have a look. We are still in the mental illness zone. We are all desperate for a move. I know when we zoom in, so if we zoom in, the prices look really bad. But on the weekly chart, they don't look like they're doing much. This is the 4-hour chart. Of course, we are watching the S&P 500 go down, and we're seeing these little crumbles and everything going down. We're like, can you please move already? But this is just what markets do, friends. If you watch these 1-hour candles, I know they're so painful. I know we always want to check them, but you can't let yourself get emotionally invested. Get emotionally invested on the weekly chart. The weekly chart will guide you because the weekly chart can tell you what to do. The weekly chart is still in the clear buy zone. We haven't actually moved out of it. We're still pushing up. I know I've seen some indicators as well. The hash ribbon indicator, which is that the miners, the miners power, pity power thing turning around. Everyone's got their own indicators, friends. Doesn't really matter. It's all the same thing. You can feel it, okay? Everybody's still depressed, disbelief. I'm not feeling any excitement at all, which is what you want. That means there's room to go up, okay? So just imagine the ammo people have in their wallets if they did feel like crypto was the future again, because right now everybody feels like crypto was the past. So we are just waiting here. This is the Bitcoin price chart. We've seen, the Bitcoin spot ETF, some of the delays. Doesn't really matter, okay? I want to go through an important topic today. So we're looking at these prices, and we're still waiting for it to move. When are we going to move? Who knows, man? We just have a big fat green or red candle tomorrow. It doesn't really matter, okay? We can't impact it. Can you impact it? No, we can't. All we can do is try plan for the future and try plan for that ultimate BlackBerry scam top that we know is coming because they are in the then they fight you phase. I hope to be wrong. Please, I'd love to be wrong, friends. You know what we can do as well? We can have a look at the Mt. Gox Ponzi cycle and see what the candles were like. Look at this, friends. This is the actual Mt. Gox Ponzi cycle. Look at this. If you notice what happened here, if you notice what happened, we grinded along my golden ropes. You see these yellow dotted lines? I've marked it here for you, which is now the green. That is the 21 EMA on this, okay? If you notice, the candles have been grinding along. I'm going to show you right now. They've been like grinding along. It looks like it's going to die, but it never really does. If we zoom in to show you what it looked like, this is what it looked like. Like, look at this on the far right, friends. You don't know that the green candles are coming next. You have no idea. This is Bitcoin at 360 US dollars. So if we go forward, look at this. Every time there's a red, they're like, oh no, we had some greens. Now we've had 2 reds again. This is the weekly chart, mind you. And as we keep going up, we're like, oh, are you ever going to move? We can't go up. We can't go up. And then look what happens. This is the Bitcoin halvening run. This is the Bitcoin halvening run. Here was the Bitcoin halvening itself. And then it was the pump and the dump. So, okay. So when you're looking at this, we can just imagine perhaps similar price action today. You notice how we just grinded along this 21 EMA. In fact, we grinded along the whole way until the very end. I mean, isn't that crazy? To the very, very, very end. So if we go to today, look what we're doing right now. Let's have a zoom in. We are grinding along that 21 EMA. You know what's actually more powerful, friends? This 21 EMA, I call them my golden ropes, okay? Call them Somi's golden ropes because you're leaning on them. If you're in the ring, someone's hitting you, you lean on the ropes. What's very interesting is when we had the USDC depegging, which was this candle right here, USDC depegged, right? We went down, but my golden ropes were so bouncy. They were so bouncy and they were so fluffy and they were so protective. We just came back and shot right up. So for some reason, we really do love these golden ropes. Why I went through that Mt. Gox Ponzi was because we went through the FTX cycle. We had an FTX collapse, right? So maybe the FTX Ponzi is like a ghost fractal of the Mt. Gox Ponzi, just with less relative percentage volume, but still psychological damage was the same. Now we're going to speak about the Shibarium launch. Look what happens, friends. It's not so juicy because there's good parts and there's bad parts, all right? I'm just going to tell you right now. Let's go to the bad part. The bad part is no fundamental news matters, okay? So nothing you actually think matters. So we can see here, Shibarium just launched. Yes, it did, right? Woof, woof. But it's even worse than the PulseChain launch. I know this was very shocking. How can that be possible? It is. All right, it is. So the bridge is down. Okay, the bridge is down. The RPC is down. You have swaps not working. And everybody's laughing because their Explorer is Black's Block Scout. So I don't know. Most people don't know, man. Etherscan, that we all know and love, charges millions of dollars for the license fee, for the bribe, basically now. It used to be much lower money, but now Ethereum is the powerhouse. Ethereum is California, right? So they're not actually New York City, friends, they're California. So when we're going through this, we have to take it all as a one look. You have to observe everything from afar, all right? Now, why does it remind me of PulseChain? I'm going to show you why. And not just because, you know, they're shaky launches. Everything's got a shaky launch, all right? It's spooky because of the price chart. So what I'm going to show you right now, I'm going to show you this price chart. This is Shibarium, right? The buy the rumor, sell the news was in February. That was the testnet. That was when everyone thought it was coming really soon. Everybody spent their ammo to take it up to the top of the range. And look at this, okay? Look what happened. That's what happened, okay? We had to buy the rumor, we had to sell the news event. So when you go down here, look, it's kind of sad because it couldn't even go and break the top of the range. It didn't even really trap that many people. It's still staying in the bottom of the range. And this is the actual Shibarium launch now. Look at this little poopy. Nothing. We're actually doing nothing here. So there's something to learn about this, all right? We're going to continue now. So when it came to the Hex chart, I'm going to show you, okay? The time to sell Hex was on the testnet V3 Rumour. And this is the chart right here. You can see it clearly. You can see it right now, okay? That was the PulseChain, the V3. That's when Richard Hart said, like, hey, everybody, how you doing? And everyone's like, we're launching next week. We're launching next week. And I was like, nah, I don't really know. I don't think so. I don't think so. I've got something fishy going on here. So this is what happened, right? It was a sell the news event. So we're going to continue now. You get to see there's some similarities, right? And then by the time, okay, so this was the actual testnet, and this was the actual launch. Look at that. We were like absolutely crushed from the top of that range. Oh my God, we're already down 80%. And since that top, I mean, we're down like 90%. It's huge. It's disastrous, horrific when you look at these prices, all right? Now, here's the thing. Holding Hex until the PulseChain launch proved disastrous. SHIB experiencing the exact same thing. The testnet rumor was the peak. Now it's lower. And here I am, showing you the conclusions, friends, all right? Showing you the conclusions, okay? What to gather from this? So, all my videos, like, subscribe, bell button, all friends. I make all these juicy, fresh content for you. We're here to shock the algorithm. Please share with your friends and family. All of my news, all my observations, I'm here to bring this information. I tell you, fundamental news doesn't matter. Fundamental news doesn't matter, friends. Okay, what matters are the nodes of people. Yeah. The nodes of people joining matters. But you know what matters even more? I'm going to go through it. It's actually the Bitcoin and Ethereum price. Most likely, it's just actually the Bitcoin price, really. Okay? PulseChain didn't matter. Shibarium didn't matter. Bitcoin and Ethereum's price sentiment matters. So not just their price, because you can feel different moods at different prices. For example, if we go back to the Bitcoin chart, okay, we feel absolutely depressed today at 28,700. But if we go back to December 2020, right, or January 2020, yeah, that 28,700, we were euphoric, or like, oh, wow, the great things are just getting started. But very sad, friends. Markets are cruel. There are insiders, there are scammers, there are tricksters, there are thieves. Everybody is trying to just abuse everybody because they're public markets, all right? We have to be protective of here, okay? That's why I'm here to protect you. The first thing you got to do is understand that this game can be won. But to win, you got to keep your back straight first and keep your slippers very fluffy, and you're going to understand that it's all about your emotions. That's why you'll always hear. I used to hear this as a young pup. I used to hear, they say, it's your own little emotions, is it? And I'm like, what the hell you mean emotions? Psychology is a scam. But now you know what it is, okay? It is the X factor. The X factor is, this is the indicator that trumps everything. Because it's not about trying to sell the exact top or buy the exact bottom, but it comes down to the emotions of the crowd. If you can feel everyone around you some same pattern of emotion, it's time to think about what to do. And you can't be doing the same as them because they are reflecting the prices, all right? Look at this, for example. Look at the Shibarium launch. I mean, it's just going down here. This is the Shibarium launch. It launched and like no one cares. It's done. But that's why, because Bitcoin's price is going down. The altcoins are going down. No one really cares. So the fundamental news doesn't even matter. It does not matter. So I'm even showing you, even on a short time frame, you can see people exiting. Buy the rumor, sell the news. The fundamental news does not matter. See, you think it matters, but it's irrelevant compared to the emotional pull from Bitcoin. And here I am to explain to you, right? Bitcoin is layer 0 for the whole crypto economy. Respect it. We do. We know it. I love Bitcoin, friends. Yeah, Bitcoin maxis, they're on one hand, but you need them. Religious priests. They see the pet rock. They see the little shiny Bitcoin rock, and they're like, oh, yeah, it's everything Bitcoin. Must be everything Bitcoin. You can never go around from the Bitcoin. Cybernetic hornet's nest Bitcoin. You need these people there. You need these people flailing their arms, like bowing down. They're like, yes, Yes, everybody, I'm on my knees. Yes, yes. See, everybody's just bowing down, friends. That's what you see. Max Kaiser, you see the religious priests. They're like, yes, please, bathe us in your sunlight, Bitcoin. You want to see this to observe. You don't want to buy into that, because buying into, but I'm not saying not to buy Bitcoin. I'm just saying buying into that whole belief, it's only good for a certain number of people, friends. Some people in this world, maybe you've had friends like this. I've had friends like this where they know themselves, they get too addictive. They go through too many paths of sin if they are allowed the door to be open. So they will take the wrong path very aggressively. Okay, they have to. They can't just basically have one drink. They gotta have 15. Okay, they can't go out, come home at 2 a.m. for one night. Okay, they got to go and do a bender for 3 days. All right, they can't go on holiday, come back in like 5 days. They got to turn it into 12 weeks. They never want to come home. These people, they're out there. They exist. People just want to indulge. That's what it is. And I'm sure you never heard this before, friends. Bitcoin maxis have that part in them. Most people who love that Bitcoin only world, they see altcoins as sin. They're like, I can't just have one altcoin. I got to have all of them. They see them as like mistresses when they've got like a wife and kids. All right. They see them as like, I just can't stop eating chocolate. Like, man, it's all right. Have some vegetables for once, then eat the chocolate later, please. And then throw some strawberries and watermelon with it. But they can't. There is no balance in them. That's why there's always going to be these people who exist, friends. And you need to appreciate it. They dictate our emotion. They do. They're the ones who are going to be out to the politicians telling them, Bitcoin's going to save the world. And then, you bring this nice logical question. You say, excuse me, if a couple of us just get 10x richer overnight, how the hell does that save the world? It doesn't. It doesn't, friends. It doesn't, right? You got to infect them with the mind virus. But here's the thing. We can infect the central banksters with the belief that the people are going to riot if they keep printing. But guess what? Bitcoin goes down, dear friends. There's not enough money coming in. This is the sad part, friends. I made videos on this, okay? I made so many videos on this, okay? We don't actually need Bitcoin to go to $1 million to do its job. It doesn't actually need to go there, friends. It can do its job right now. At Bitcoin at 60,000, it's won the game. It's told governments, you better not print too much and devalue, because otherwise this thing will keep going up. And then they kind of put a police check on themselves, right? So that's why Bitcoin is the arbiter of all of these things, friends. So, bringing it back to Shibarium, and I want to see with you, see, Bitcoin, that's what actually moves all of us. What I just explained to you, that whole interconnected world, global mind virus of Bitcoin and its ebbs and flows of the prices moving, that's what moves everyone, friends. That's what everyone is coming in here for without even knowing. Even though we're here for the green candles. No, what you're actually here for, look, to put it bluntly, what we're actually here for, we're here for religious priests like Michael Saylor and Max Kaiser to trick and to psyops one more extra politician, one more extra country to send these candles green. And when it does, it pumps enough blue chip, solid people, solid state of mind money for them to start dispersing it to the rest of the crypto economy. And when these people start pumping the Bitcoin, they don't have to disperse it themselves, but other people come in and they start buying the altcoins, including Shibarium, including PulseChain. That's what happens. Once that big money starts coming in, it doesn't have to disperse, but it sends a signal to everybody. Right? That's actually what we're here for, when you put it bluntly. We're not actually here for the fundamental updates that we think we are. I know this is so counterintuitive. I know it's crazy, but I've seen these patterns over 12 years. For the first 11 years, I was like, okay, fundamental news matters. And then I've now pulled these observations here and I can show you. And then, friends, we can go through many other altcoins and you can just see with it yourselves. Okay, no other altcoins. See, you can look at, this is a Bitcoin chart, right? This is Bitcoin monthly. It's put on a weekly. I can tell you, no matter what the fundamental news coming out for an altcoin is, because Bitcoin is here, we ain't going anywhere. It's going to get sold down. It's not even going to move. That's it. We know. Most coins. Now, of course, there's like the 5 to 10 that move. The other 50,000 don't. Right? And then I can also tell you, and now this is going to make sense to you, no matter how little the fundamental news is at the top, it could literally be, hey, we are changing our logo. And if you do it in Euphoria, everyone's going to buy. That's it. They're like, oh my God, Euphoria, new logo, hello. It was a cherry, now it's a watermelon. You know exactly what's up, because that's what happens. It's all about the emotions of the crowd. Unfortunately, It's crazy now that the emotions are pretty poop, but that's because Bitcoin's poop. All right. So, Shibarium, unfortunately, there's a lot of these bad issues that have come. So, they apparently, there's this quote here. This is Satoshi Kusama. He's like, I think he's the actual founder, friends. He's the one who was handed it over to. He goes, we effed up hard. We can't even recover the Ethereum bridge. So when you move your money into the bridge, apparently it's stuck. I don't have any updates. I don't know what's going on. I haven't bridged, friends, because you just tell that the excitement's gone. We need more Bitcoin life to come back. So hopefully they can recover it. I don't know if they can, right? Shibarium, right? The Shiba Inu chain, long awaited, many years. Sounds exactly like PulseChain, a passionate community, right? So this is an unfortunate but nice blessing for everybody, okay? So yeah, that's why I use this Hex example just to show you. A lot of people saying, oh, the SEC, oh, Richard, blah, blah, blah. Friends, no one's God, all right? But do you know what? If there was a God in crypto, do you know what its name is? It's the Bitcoin price, all right? And as it's God, we're going to join hands and we're going to respect each other. Like, subscribe, bell button, all. Tell mom and dad we love and appreciate them. We will always go forward with strength because now you know the truth. Fundamental news don't matter so much. There's only one fundamental news, friends, and it starts with F, and it's called friendship. Catch you in the next one.